Right. A very good evening to you. Many thanks for joining us tonight on the broadcast on this 6th day of October 2025. So much in store for you tonight in as far as news is concerned. But first, let's begin with an introduction.
This is KUTV Primetime News with Anyango, Sylvia.
All right, now KUTV News at 9 is also coming to you live on YouTube at KUTV News Kenya. You can also interact with us on X at KUTV_Kenya or at Anyango Sylvia KE. Our sign language interpreter tonight is Naomi Omboi. We begin. Now, the Council of Governors, COG, has dismissed reports claiming that 136 babies died due to negligence in county hospitals, terming them inaccurate and misleading. COG has accused the Kenya Medical Practitioners, Pharmacists and Dentists Union, that is KMPDU, and the Ministry of Health of engaging in political witch hunt, urging them to stop politicizing healthcare. However, in retaliation, KMPDU Secretary General Dr. Davji Atela has accused the governors of aloofness and hypocrisy, linking the ongoing doctor strike to systemic failure, broken promises, and blatant neglect by county governments. The union is demanding a public retraction and apology, immediate and meaningful engagement, an independent investigation into the matter, and the immediate resignation or dissolution of the Kiambu County government.
On health issues in Kiambu County, the council disassociates from the headline about the death of 136 babies and categorically states that it is not factual. It is pure witch hunt. The health function in Kiambu is functional. Kiambu has doctors in all its facilities, and they are all on duty. We urge the Ministry of Health and KMPDU to stop politicizing health and leave the level of government with the mandate to run it. And the level of government with the mandate to run healthcare in Kiambu is county government, and it's the Kiambu county government that's supposed to run healthcare in Kiambu. It's not supposed to be run from Avi House in Nairobi. We want to reiterate that health is a devolved function. We must be free of external forces that want to paint a bad picture of the efforts made thus far.
Now, during the launch of memos of retired Major Madsen Madoka book, President William Ruto gave a detailed account of the beginnings of his political career, highlighting the major challenges he faced as a young politician in the late 1990s. The president spoke confidently about his political capabilities, brushing his critics. Listen in.
At the launch of Madsen Madoka's memoir, President William Ruto revealed that his decision to run for the Eldoret North parliamentary seat in 1997 was not premeditated but triggered by a series of events. According to the president, during that period, the political landscape in Kenya was dominated by the Kenya African National Union KANU, led by the then president Daniel Arap Moi. His candidacy was considered unusual because he had no political background, came from a family without a leadership history, and was largely unknown to the public.
There are people who are very reluctant leaders. They are there. They do not want to engage with the stuff they are supposed to do. They become big people, bigger than the jobs that they have applied for. And they just want to own the title and the position without doing what is expected of them.
Taking pride in his journey, the president explained that despite being a KANU member, he faced opposition from the party's senior leaders. He emphasized the importance of embracing all leaders regardless of their backgrounds, noting that although he was once sidelined within the KANU leadership, he is now the president.
Lessons about duty, perseverance, and the unshakable faith in the promise of Kenya. Let us thank him deeply for giving us more than a personal memoir. Through At the Ready, he has preserved a part of our nation's history. He has ensured that future generations will understand where we came from and the sacrifices that built the Kenya we hold dear today.
Moreover, President Ruto took the opportunity to praise his government, stating that it continues to implement its agenda diligently and must ensure it fulfills the responsibilities entrusted by the citizens. Despite the criticism from the opposition, the president remained calm and affirmed his position as the nation's leader.
I have taken it upon myself in the last 3 years to raise the ambition of our country. For far too long, Marsden, we have worked with the usual. We have made peace with mediocrity. We have, our standard has been the average.
These remarks were made as he officially launched the book at the State House in Nairobi. Glory Kadure, KUTV, Nairobi.
Now, Deputy President Professor Kithure Kindiki toured Garissa Town constituency, meeting small-scale traders affected by the recent devastating fire at the Souk Mugde market. The visit, which focused on economic empowerment and recovery, underscored the government's immediate commitment to financial resource mobilization and reconstruction efforts.
Speaking to Garissa Town constituency residents on Monday, the Deputy President has continued his defense for the government's agenda of development across the nation.
Tunajenga daraja hapa, daraja mpya ya Mto Tano ya bilioni 1.7. Si tunajenga hizo barabara nimetaja? Ama mjaona daraja ya Tana inaendelea 1.7 billion. Vile vile tuko na project ya stima ya bilioni 1.7, 1.7 billion worth of electricity projects in Garissa County to connect an additional 7,200 households.
In his speech, the Deputy President did not hesitate to condemn the criticism of the government failure to use facts and statistics, calling on government critics to use alternative ways and not mere talks. Kindiki mentioned that centers for obtaining documents such as identity cards and passports have been established.
Wale wanakosoa hii serikali, sisi hatusemi hatuwezi kukosolewa kwa sababu sisi ni binadamu. Lakini mwenye kutoa makosa atumie facts na atumie ile mambo ambayo ni hakika, asitumie mambo ya uongo kuchanganya naye wananchi.
Siasa za chuki, siasa za matusi. Ndio maana unawaona hata kwa runinga wanasema ati sababu wa Somali wamepewa kitambulisho na wanapata passport, eti hadhi ya passport ya Kenya inashuka. Tunataka tuambie shame on you.
Mentioning some of the infrastructure projects that the government is continuing to implement in the country, including the construction of Garissa to Halahala Road, the Deputy President also stressed the government's commitment to reduce mother mortality while giving birth, promising collaboration with the Ministry of Health to end the situation.
Sisi kama serikali tufanye bidii tupunguze maafa ya akina mama. Akina mama wengi katika taifa letu wanapoteza maisha wakati wanaenda kujifungua. Na mimi nataka niwaambie kwamba serikali imeweka mikakati tukisaidiana na waziri wetu wa afya kupunguza mambo ya vifo vya kina mama ambao wanapoteza maisha yao kwa sababu ya mambo ya uzazi.
The Deputy President's visit to Garissa constitutes the government's commitment to ensure peace and prosperity of security and economic development of the northeastern communities of Kenya. Rajab Juma, KUTV.
Now, at the same time, the Deputy President, Professor Kithure Kindiki, reiterated the government's commitment to ending historical marginalization in the northeastern region. Speaking in Garissa while inspecting key infrastructure projects, Kindiki announced that these major projects, along with construction of the Mandera-Wajir Isiolo Road, will bring economic opportunities, improve security, and reduce the price of goods in the region that has been neglected for decades. Now let's get to the opposition side, where the opposition team led by former Deputy President today stormed Machakos County, which is Wiper leaders Kalonzo Musyoka's backyard, where they lauded for support ahead of 2027 elections. The team, which has not yet given out their candidate, has continued to criticize the government, stating that it has lost its way. Listen in. Wiper Party leader Kalonzo Musyoka was the host of the opposition team as they lauded for support in Machakos County. The leaders who accompanied Kalonzo, including former Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua, showered criticism to the current government, stating it's time to change the country's leadership. DCP leader Gachagua and team called out President William Ruto for wanting to divide the opposition by joining hands with Kalonzo Musyoka, where they stated they will remain together despite their previous positions and ambitions.
Sasa sisi tumekuja hapa kama familia na tumekubaliana juzi mambo ya hii familia yetu. Mimi ndio spokesman wa hii familia, si ndio? Na mimi kwa niaba ya familia namwambia William Ruto, wewe wachana na Kalonzo Musyoka. Si ndio? Si alitukana Kalonzo akasema ni mtu ya dengu, akwende asikwende, atembee asitembee.
According to the opposition, the only way to unseat President William Ruto is if youths register for voter cards. In support of this, the leader stated that despite their shared vision, every leader must mobilize their supporters to come out and vote.
Munihakikishie huyu mtoto wenu msiwache yeye kwa mataa. Njia ya kuacha yeye kwa mataa ni kukosa kuchukua kura. Kama mnataka yeye kuwe rais wa Kenya bila kuchukua kura, atachaguliwa na nani? Kama mtachukua kura,
mko tayari kukomboa nchi yenu? Vijana jenzi mpo?
Tusipoungana, tusipokaa pamoja, huyu mtu atatupora. Kasongo ni mwizi na atafanya nini? Kwa hivyo tuko pamoja, tuboe.
The opposition has of late been faced with turbulences after rumors surfaced that there is cold war between Jubilee and DCP parties. However, according to Justin Muturi, they will decide on one candidate, rubbishing Ruto's claims that the opposition has no plan.
Mimi nataka nimuhakikishie nyinyi, sisi Martha Karua hapa, huyu Eugene Wamalwa, George Natembea, Justin Muturi, huyu Metheka Lentore, tutatembea pamoja na mtoto wenu. Na sisi tutakaa kutoa mtu mmoja ya kupambana na William Ruto, si ndio?
Rais Ruto anasema kwamba ati sisi hivyo tumeshikana, ati hatuna mpango sisi. Hebu tuangalie, muangalie huyu Kalonzo hapa, huyu Eugene, huyu Martha, huyu Rigiji, na sisi sote ati hatuna plan. Ile plan sisi hatuna plan ya kupiga vijana risasi kwa mguu.
Tumpangie tusimpangie, anyolewa sinyolewe, Kasongo apangiwe asipangiwe, anyolewa sinyolewe.
Politics in Kenya continue to take shape as we near the 2027 general election, with leaders positioning themselves. President Ruto, however, remains calm despite the pressure he's facing from the opposition. Anyango, Sylvia, KUTV. All right, that story was produced by our very own Edward Nyamu. Moving on, the Law Society of Kenya president has officially has resigned as vice chair of the panel of experts on compensation for victims of demonstrations, public protest, and riots. Odhiambo cites her oath of office and the High Court's conservative order suspending the panel's operation, saying the time-bound 120-day mandate was unlikely to be completed before the case is resolved. President William Ruto gazetted the panel on August 25, 2025, appointing Odhiambo as vice chair, a move that has since sparked public criticism over the panel's legitimacy. On September 4th, Advocate Levi Munyeru formally asked her to choose between the panel role and the LSK presidency. 4 days later, the Kerugoya High Court issued conservatory orders suspending implementation of the Gazette notice that created the panel. On Monday, that is today, October 6th, the court extended the orders until October 21st, effectively freezing all panel activities as the case continues.
118 IPs, yes. So I am confirming that number three from the order by Judge Zito, I'm reading from the printed order here. It says a conservatory order staying the implementation or further implementation of Gazette number given there that appointed the panel of experts is given pending hearing of this application inter partes. Yes. Petitioners to file submissions within 3 days, as you have agreed. The respondents and IPs 1 to 18, 21, and 20. 20 and 21. File submissions within 7 days. Court can confirm hearing of these two at 10 a.m. on 21st of October. So the program is that we shall hear these two petitions on the 21st of October at 10 a.m. and then everything concluded, we shall deliver judgment in the two matters on the 11th of 11. Thank you very much.
Now, on that note, we are taking the very first break on the broadcast tonight. Stay with us.
Ni nguzo na uso wa jamii. Kupanda shuka akawa tuzo, ukakamavu wake ukatii, fanya mwenye bidii kwa machozi na makeke, akabaini jinsi ya kuwini. Huyu ni mwanamke ngangari kwa jinsi alivyo ng'ari ng'ari. Mimi ni mwanamke mwake. Usikose kutazama kipindi cha mwanamke mwake mwake, nami Caroline Kimwele.
A new era, a new people. This is the Law Matters Show. A program that brings you legal sensitization on your television.
My statement is written and just the quote to the prosecution.
I think that this loss is a setback for Raila Odinga.
What policy recommendations were fronted by the candidate?
With diversity, we demystify important legal issues locally, regionally, and internationally.
What Tanzanians?
Join me, Elvin Onsongo, as I bring you more insights on law matters.
We are looking at social issues. What is the problem? Is it the economy? Is it...
Law Matters Show, creating awareness, advocacy, and enhancing lives.
You are watching KUTV Primetime News with Anyango Sylvia.
That's right. All right. Welcome back onto our broadcast tonight. Moving forward, according to governance and leadership experts, there is a need for accountability and adherence to the rule of law to prevent the ongoing standoff between the National Police Service, NPS, and the National Police Service Commission, NPSC, over the police recruitment process. Governance expert at Kenyatta University, Professor David Minja, is calling for the implementation of structural and cultural reforms within the police service.
As we embark on this recruitment exercise,
the ongoing dispute over who holds the full authority to oversee the entire police recruitment process, an exercise that was expected to begin this month, has sparked mixed reactions among Kenyans, leaders, and governance experts. Some Kenyans have been left hopeless after missing the chance to join the police force and secure employment. Amid this standoff between the National Police Service, NPS, and the National Police Service Commission, NPSC, governance and leadership expert and lecturer at Kenyatta University, Professor David Minja, believes that there is lack of accountability and disregard for the rule of law.
Stick to your line. Do what the law allows you to do. In the absence of that, then you'll see conflict. And of course, that tells you then that people are not accountable. You don't want to be accountable. You want to make decisions either with impunity, or you want to overstep and go to the other side of the boundary. And that alone tells you that there are people who are yet still to accept that we are in a constitutional order that requires public servants or state officers to operate within the law.
Such wrangles often lead to the erosion of public trust in security institutions, particularly in their mandate to maintain and safeguard national security.
For me, my deeper question is there any public trust to start with? Does the public trust their government and their security machinery? Whatever trust is there, let me just to come to your question. If there is any trust, it's being eroded. Whatever degree of trust perhaps exists in as far as our security machinery and mechanism is concerned, then it's going to be lost, because when we the citizens see people we entrust with power, we entrust with security fighting, then we ask ourselves then, as a citizen, where do we stand?
However, there are fears that if this power struggle between NPS and NPSC continues, it could result in a surge in criminal activities.
We have changed or transformed the culture significantly. We have the right ratio. The public have confidence in the police service, and therefore they are partners in the security sector in terms of fighting corruption, in terms of maintaining peace and security. You'll see this nation change and develop. So it has more than just security. We are talking about national development. We are talking about sustainable development.
According to Minja, there is need to initiate and implement structural and cultural reforms within the police service.
What we have, if run well, is sufficient. So let's still have the IG, the deputy IGs, and all those under the ranks. But now, structural reforms should happen way lower down there at the stations, at the regional commands, how information flows, how well are we digitized in terms of have we digitized our information? What is the structure of communication when the citizen reports a case? How is it received? How is it documented?
Caroline Kimwele, KUTV.
Thank you, Caroline. Now back to politics. The political situation in Mbeere North continues to make headlines, particularly regarding the government's popularity ahead of the upcoming by-election. Opposition leaders from the Democratic Party and the Devolution Empowerment Party have made serious allegations of election interference by the government. The leaders made these remarks addressing nearly 2,000 residents in Kanyumbora, where they vowed to ensure victory.
At a major rally attended by over 2,000 residents in Kanyambura, Mbeere North, Embu County, Devolution Empowerment Party leader DEP Lenny Kivuti warned of what he termed coordinated plan to disrupt the democratic process. Kivuti alleged that UDA agents were registering voters outside Embu County with the intention of ferrying them come election day.
Hii maneno tunasikia ati hata akishinda ataibiwa. Si waibe saa hii. They can even, if UNDA can want to declare, they can declare now that hakuna uchaguzi, and then they can declare whoever they want to declare. But we believe Kenya, there is sanity, there is democracy. And anybody planning to steal an election at this time is ill-advised. Is very ill-advised. Not in Mbeere. In Mbeere, tumesikia ati wanapanga huko Nairobi, watu wanachukua kura, watakuja, watatukuta.
Kivuti issued a stern warning that such attempts will be met with strong resistance from local who know one another and can easily identify outsiders. Kivuti claimed that the plans were being organized from Nairobi. Supporting his sentiments, Democratic Party leader Justin Muturi emphasized that any form of electoral malpractice would be confronted directly.
The truth is, we know that there is panic on the other side because Karis is a performer, and that's why we selected him to represent him.
Forget about stories about people who are planning to come and rig the election. Again, I may repeat my famous quote: they have dialed the wrong number. It is the wrong number to dial. The thing about rigging elections in Mbeere North, as we've had my brother Lenny explain, the people here wako macho. Tutawajua kabisa. Hao wenye wako na hizo hisia, tukabiliana nao vilivyo.
Emphasizing the need for a peaceful and credible electoral process, the DEP leader urged his supporters to remain calm. On his part, candidate Newton Karishe expressed confidence in the Independent Electoral Boundaries Commission, stating that the by-election will serve as a test of the commission's integrity.
Those are the stories about people, government doing this or the other. For me, I think it's a hot air, hogwash. Na hiyo unasikia wanasema mambo ya fire si fire. Hapa watakuta iko moto zaidi. Hapa itakuwa moto zaidi.
The Mbeere political scene continued to spark debate, especially on whether the government will retain the seat or if the opposition will take over, following the removal of Geoffrey Ruku, who has continued to campaign for the UDA candidate. Edward Nyamo, KUTV.
Thank you, Edward. Now, Principal Secretary for Public Health, Mary Muthoni, has criticized the low youth registration turnout for the Nyota program and has urged young people to utilize it. The initiative, which was supposed to kickstart in September, was revealed in August during Kakamega County's International Youth Day celebrations. And according to PS Muthoni, since the program's inception, majority of wards have failed to meet the goal, with Njuki Ini ward in Gichugu leading the way with just 46 Nyota program applications. Additionally, she has urged women, children, and those with disabilities to utilize the Access to Government Opportunities website in order to receive 30% of government bids served for them.
I want to
support the government on the issue of EGP. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to tell the youth of this country, the women, the PWDs, that this is your time to trade with the government. You will not have any human contact of people asking for bribes so that they get you into the system. The system is already set and it is free. You only need to upload. And do not say that you are not trained, because Nyota comes with the package to train you on how to scale up your entrepreneurship. And if you have products that can be sold to the government, then there you are. Make sure that your company is uploaded in EGP so that you can also access the 30% procurement rule that is ACPO, the Access to Government Procurement Opportunities, which is a law. It is not an option. It is actually in the law. Therefore, I want to encourage everybody, the women, the youth, the persons with disability, that this is the time. Through Nyota, you'll get the training that you require, you'll get the seed money that you require, and you get the jobs through government.
All right, now let's take yet again another short break. We'll be back with sports.
Are you ready to take charge of your health? Welcome to Focus on Health, your weekly guide to staying informed and living better. Join me every week as I sit down with trusted medical experts.
Gynecology is basically a field concerned with mainly the female genitalia.
Explore real-life stories
During when the patient come in,
and bring you updates and tips that are beneficial to your health. Because health isn't just important, it is everything. Tune in to Focus on Health every Thursday at 7:30 p.m. only on KUTV. I'm your host, Kandia Marian, and I'll see you then.
Miti, panda. Our planet's future is in our hands. However, there is a threat to the brightness of this tomorrow. On Earth Check, we share the challenges, the solutions, and the hope.
I would call this a very momentous day, a very critical day.
Every episode, every story, every step we take creates a ripple. Join me, the environmentalist Emmanuel Kutosi, on KUTV every Wednesday at 8 p.m. and be part of... Welcome.
Welcome back. In sports tonight, the fifth leg of the Professional Golfers of Kenya PGK Equator Tour, which took place in Nakuru, has been won by veteran and Kakamega Golf Club pro golfer Dismas Idiza. The resolute and informed Indiza won his first PGK Equator Tour title with a remarkable 12 under par total of 280 over 4 rounds. Indiza was declared the overall champion and received 201,000.
The main thing about golf is networking and helping people come together. And when you are working together, you're able to do business that will promote you in the future. So if you're working in internet, you still need to come and interact with the businesses, interact with people, and also know what they are doing so that they can be able to continue doing the
the support we get from corporates and from different businesses out there, it's really doing the game of golf, especially out and away of from Nairobi, because there's been a lot of focus in the clubs within Nairobi region, but now we are seeing a lot of activity in the, if you may call it, up-country clubs. This is a very good example.
Now, in preparation for their trip to Burundi, where they will play the host in a FIFA World Cup 2026 qualifier on Thursday, the Harambee Stars trained earlier today at the Police Circle grounds. Next Tuesday, the team will go to Abidjan to play Ivory Coast. Austin Odhiambo's recall to the national team ahead of the Kenya's October matches against Burundi and Ivory Coast has been made public by the Harambee Stars coach Benny McCarthy. His subsequent exclusion from the next national team called up fueled speculation about possible disciplinary or personal issues. McCarthy has now taken action to address the matter, stating that the Gor Mahia skipper has received the message and put in a lot of effort to regain his place in the national team.
It's World Cup qualifiers. It's an opportunity for us to try and collect maximum points, but we know what's at stake as well, and we know that it's us going into the Lions Den, because for Ivory Coast, a win would definitely secure them automatic qualification for the World Cup. But yeah, we're not here to do favors for anyone, so for us, we go in there to play a match against a team that we want to win. We want to earn 3 points, and that's our task, our objective. And for us to lose, we have to lose to a team that we knew we had no opportunities, no possibilities of winning the game. That's the only way. We come out there not victorious because our opponents were much superior than us. But other than that, they're gonna really have to earn a place to play in the World Cup qualifiers. We weren't good enough to go there to beat them the first time and let them off the hook. So it can't be a revenge match for me. You know, it's just we want to prepare well and
exposure. You know, at this level, because the fixtures for us, they are rubber clashes, but we still want to have a positive impact on the last 2 games. Most likely is we need to take advantage. First of all, the infrastructure. Really, we didn't start the campaign quite well, and the infrastructure also was lagging behind. But right now, you can see from the recent CHAN games and the recent also matches that we had here, with the massive support that we have at home.
Now that brings us to the end of our broadcast tonight. Thank you so much for tuning on News Tonight. Our sign language interpreter tonight is Naomi Ombui, and I'm Anyango Sylvia. Have a good night.